In the deserts of Israel, a silent revolution in warfare is taking shape. It doesn't roar like a missile or flash like an explosion. It doesn't shake the earth or fill the sky with smoke. But it changes everything. It's called the Iron Beam. And it's not just a defense system. It's the first operational laser weapon designed to protect cities, bases, and borders with invisible energy traveling at the speed of light. While most people know about Israel's Iron Dome, the Iron Beam is the next generation. It's designed to counter a new wave of threats, from low-cost rockets and mortars to swarm drones that overwhelm traditional defenses. And it does this with silent precision, using focused beams of light to burn and destroy targets in mid-air, without ever launching a missile. So how does Iron Beam work? The system uses high-energy lasers, reportedly over 100 kilowatts in power, to lock onto incoming threats. Once a target is detected, the laser focuses intense heat onto a single point, rapidly heating the metal until the rocket or drone fails structurally or explodes. This process takes just a few seconds. Unlike kinetic interceptors, the Iron Beam doesn't need to carry explosives. It doesn't create secondary damage. And it doesn't run out of ammunition in the traditional sense. As long as there's electricity, the system can keep firing. The targeting is guided by advanced radar and electro-optical sensors that detect and track fast-moving objects. Once locked, the beam is invisible to the naked eye and completely silent. The destruction simply happens. One of the biggest advantages of Iron Beam is its cost. Traditional systems like Iron Dome use interceptor missiles that cost between $40,000 to $50,000 per launch. In contrast, a laser shot from Iron Beam costs just around $2. That's not a typo. $2. This fundamentally changes the economics of defense. For the first time, it becomes financially sustainable to shoot down cheap enemy drones or rockets with an even cheaper solution. And that's exactly the point. Militants and hostile forces often launch large numbers of inexpensive projectiles, hoping to exhaust or overwhelm costly defense systems. Iron Beam turns that strategy on its head. It gives defenders an unlimited supply of shots, each costing less than a cup of coffee. The development of Iron Beam is being led by Rafael Advanced Defense Systems, the same company behind Iron Dome and other Israeli innovations in defense. It is designed to work alongside the Iron Dome, David's Sling, and Arrow systems, creating a layered defense shield. Each layer targets a different range and type of threat. Iron Beam specifically fills the short-range gap, capable of neutralizing incoming threats within about 7 kilometers. That may seem limited, but this range covers most of the rocket attacks launched from nearby hostile territories. The system has already completed multiple successful tests. In live demonstrations, it destroyed rockets, mortars, and drones mid-air. These were not simulations. These were real projectiles in real conditions. Israel's Ministry of Defense has confirmed that Iron Beam is now moving from the testing phase into operational deployment. It will be installed near key cities and military zones, and eventually may be mounted on mobile platforms, vehicles, or even naval ships. However, no system is perfect. And Iron Beam has limitations. Because it relies on optical tracking and focused energy, weather conditions play a big role. Dust, fog, smoke, or heavy clouds can reduce its effectiveness. Rain or sandstorms can scatter the laser beam, making it harder to concentrate enough heat on a target. This is why Iron Beam is seen as a complementary system rather than a total replacement. In clear skies, it's a game changer. But in bad weather, traditional missiles may still be needed. Another limitation is power. The system requires a significant and stable energy supply. That's why it's currently ground-based and tied to fixed infrastructure. Making it mobile or field deployable will require breakthroughs in power generation or storage. Despite these challenges, the implications are enormous. For Israel, this means lower operating costs and better protection against saturation attacks. For other countries, it signals the arrival of a new era. Several nations are watching closely. The United States is already collaborating with Israel on laser weapons. Russia, China, and India are developing their own versions. Iran and North Korea are likely studying these systems as well. In the next few years, we may see laser-based defense become a core part of military doctrine, not just in Israel, but around the world. The psychological effect of such weapons is also important. Lasers don't make noise. They don't explode. They don't leave debris falling from the sky. That makes them ideal for urban defense, especially in populated areas where traditional interceptors can pose secondary risks. Imagine a system that silently defends a city without anyone even noticing. That's what Iron Beam offers. In warfare, speed is everything. And nothing moves faster than light. Lasers strike instantly. There's no arc, no flight time, no warning. If a threat is detected, it can be neutralized in a second. That also makes Iron Beam ideal for countering hypersonic or low-flying threats, which give very little response time. As laser power increases in the future, we may see these weapons take on even more roles. From anti-aircraft and anti-tank to space-based interceptors, the possibilities are expanding. Iron Beam represents more than just a new weapon. It represents a shift in how wars are fought and how nations defend themselves. It's clean, fast, and nearly invisible. It reduces the cost of defense and raises the bar for offense. In a region where daily threats are a reality, Israel is betting on light over fire. And that bet may redefine the battlefield. So next time you think of futuristic weapons, don't think of science fiction. Think of a laser mounted on the edge of a city, silently waiting, ready to burn anything that dares to threaten the peace. This is not the future. This is now. Iron Beam has arrived. And war will never be the same again.